Attention passengers. This is your co-pilot speaking. Your pilot is black mind, so you are not going blind and there is no power failure. You are merely experiencing the immense blackness of his proximity, and when you hear his voice, you and the cabin will get even darker than you are currently. We will be cruising at the speed equal to light, because the one other thing that travels equally fast is darkness. Your loved ones awaiting your arrival may not recognize you at first sight. This is normal. Simply tell them about the pilot, and they will understand. We will taxi to the runway now, so please buckle up and prepare for a high-speed departure. Thank you for choosing Jet Black Airways, where the phrase jet black is also a verb. We hope you keep jetting black with us until the wings and the wheels fall off. Justice forever.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of y'all, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. So here's the deal, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and let you all hear 2 videos, and then I'm going to bring you up to speed on them. Here's the first one. This is from a sister.
Because I just think it's really kind of pathetic, maybe, that you have to get on a social media app with your passport to basically announce that your personality is that of dishwater. It sucks, and that you have to go all the way to another country to entice women from other countries with their money. So somehow, maybe, if basically, if they get the money from you and they worship you like some American god, that they're the better women. But what's so funny to me is that, they get the passports, right? But that's all they do. They go to CVS, they go to Walgreens, and they don't even take time to research the women and the culture that these women are coming from. Because all they know is that these women, they might be in poverty, or they might be coming from countries that, not as well as the West. So they think these women will really accept anything they dish out just to be here and just to be with them and will worship them. Let me tell you something right now. Especially within Asian countries, there's money. African countries too, dowries. There's money that needs to be exchanged. I remember watching one 90 Day Fiance where basically he had to keep coming up with money, and I think gold bangles, and I think it was like Thailand, I forget. So please, if anybody's in that episode, correct me. That man was so flustered. I don't have any more money. Oh. But I thought this sweet little Asian lady didn't care about money. I thought she was going to be submissive, but here she is telling you that how dare you come to her country thinking one thing and coming with empty pockets. But guys, let's stop. Like, if they want to hold up their little passports, they got at Walgreens and CVS, and because we all already know that basically that's the only thing they're going to do with it anyway is show it on this app. Let's let them go over there. Okay, get their dreams broken, and then we can watch it later on 90 Day Fiance. Stop trying to save this money. Until you passport bros, just go. Stop announcing to black women that you yes and just go, okay? Go take all that y'all got with your anti-blackness and go somewhere else.
Okay, now, check this out. What did she say at the very end? Take your anti-blackness. We've heard that before. But she also said, stop announcing to black women. So, listen, gentlemen, brothers, please, when you hear something like this in person, please tell these bitches that it is not you announcing this to black women or me. Tell them that you are talking to other black men to tell them what the options are. Then put some heat on me and say that Black Mind is the one that's telling all Western black men to not approach Western women, white, black, otherwise, or in between. Period. That the only way that a Western woman should have a chance at a black man is if she is young, attractive, fit, feminine, friendly, unless of course it's a man that likes them older like me. And then even then they don't believe it, that she should be these things. Then she should pursue the man, because that's what the price needs to be, because she comes from the West. How else is this man going to know that she is a good woman and actually interested in him? If he's got to make the approach and she's a Western woman, there's already going to be doubt right off the bat because of the games they play. Put some of that heat on me, because when they bring me the smoke, I got fire for them. But what was she saying? Walgreens and CVS. Gentlemen, have things changed so much in the States that you can get your passport from there? What is she talking about? Souvenir passports? I'm pretty sure the State Department still retains full control over the issuing and canceling and renewal of passports. What the wuck is going on? You can just go to Walgreens and Walmart now or CVS and get a passport? Man, if that's the case, goodness gracious, I got relatives that need to know that. Because I can tell you, when you get them souvenir passports that are just, just gag gifts and for fits and giggles, you can't actually travel with those passports. I mean, if I go and get a Wakanda passport, isn't that just a souvenir? It's just a joke. All right, hold on. Next video now.
And the well-traveled bachelor who swears that he's going to foreign countries and picking up women. There are no foreign countries or women on his page, so I'm not sure why he is.
Now she's talking about Brazil. Yes, shout out to him because I got these videos from your channel, sir. So she's talking about him, saying he ain't really out there like that. Now he's going to prove on his video that she don't know foot to what she's talking about. And granted, I ain't with fornication in general, but that's nothing personal. That's just the rules for anybody. However, he ain't being no lying ass hypocrite, and that's what she's saying about him. Anyway, I'm gonna let you hear what she does say because there's something I want to point out.
Attempting to pass that off, but nevertheless, there are some men who are believing him and thinking that this option easily exists based on what he's saying. However, he's very clearly holding up a pretend or completely unused passport. So I just wanted to show anybody who has traveled with their passport.
I'm going to fast forward. There's one thing I want you to hear.
Any stamps. Please stop playing pretend on the internet in your 50s. Everybody, do not let social media deceive you into thinking that you have options that you do not have. He does not have that option. Many of you do not have that option. That is okay.
Now, she says that is okay. That's the nicest thing she said. It's not your fault you don't have options. It's almost like she's subconsciously admitting that they formed a racket, a union, so that you wouldn't have options. So it must not be your fault because they came to an agreement. Now that right there, I want you to understand, gentlemen, that when it comes down to conspiracies and propaganda, obviously we're the victims of it, but guess what else though? I look and I realize that at the government level, it's Massa, it's Zaddy that does the conspiracies and the propaganda. And at the corporate level. At the cultural level, it's been Western sisters that have been doing it. She said, you don't have these options. She wants you to believe that you don't have options anywhere. Now, this is something that Western black women have been telling us for the longest. You ain't got options. You got to deal with us. Becky gonna get you killed. Now, that's true. Becky will get you killed. Becky will try to get you lynched by the court system or by her men somehow. But what about Boom Shika Bon Quisha and Sophista Ratchet Sapphire? They want to get you killed by the thugs. They want to get you killed by the ops because they pretty much say you have to take penitentiary or cemetery chances to get up in them guts. That's pretty much all they say. And this woman here wants you to think that if you go anywhere else, it's going to always be the same. The woman before her wanted you to think that anywhere you go, it's going to be the same. I don't know about that 90 Day Fiancé episode to which she's referring, but I do know that these reality shows aren't reality. They're heavily scripted. I do know that. And I know some people that have been on reality shows before. I've talked in a WhatsApp group to one of them that was on a reality show in the UK. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was. And he said to me, bruv, they heavily edit these things. This is not real what you see. I'm not very good at the British accent. Sorry about Ladola. I was trying to make jokes about y'all. I'm sorry. I was trying to take the piss out on y'all, but I'm not that good at it. But the point is, the man said to me that they heavily edit these things. So even if you are not following per se a script, that particular episode, they still get the drama out of it that they wanted. And then there are other episodes where you better follow a script. Now, what this tells you is that number one, 90 Day Fiancé ain't guaranteed to be that realistic. They do get actors for these things, even if they use their real names. Next, I'm pretty sure that this was one of them Wyatts. Because one thing I do know is that in Southeastern Asia, those women, if they're going to use a man for money, not that they'll always do that, but if they're going to, they're more likely to utilize Zaddy for money. A lot of them have a preference for us. We's the ones they want. Now, I know some guys. I know one guy, white Canadian, married to a Filipina. She's using him for money. She's even tried to poison him. I also know of another, he's a white American, and he got fleeced by his Thai girlfriend. He had saved up money. He was about to get his into service gratuity as well from resigning. So he sent a chunk of money to her, and then she ghosted him. He was going to join her in Thailand, but he needed a place to transfer the money because once you leave here, your bank accounts here are closed. So he apparently didn't have a U.S. bank account to send it to, or his bank just wasn't that good, so he sent it to her. And she vanished on him. Now, I stated before, she ain't gonna sit up and be celibate. She's young and cute from what I heard. So that means she's probably gonna share that money with another dude, because if women are going to be that low down, they're gonna still share the money with the guy they actually want. So who does she actually want? And they'll tell you. Filipinas who prefer black men will tell you, well, they're nicer. We got more in common with them. We see eye to eye. We understand more quality in each other. But these women want you to think that all women are the same. It's funny because you're not allowed to sit up and say that all Western women are the same, but they want you to think that all non-Western women can just walk into a room and you can pour each one into the other, and in the end you're just going to have this one big old giant foreign woman. Forget the differences in nationalities and languages, and they'll admit that they're different languages. They'll admit that, and that some are old, some are young. That's about as much of a difference as a Western woman will admit that non-Western women have between them. Other than that, oh no, they're all the same. They all have dirty feet, broken, want a green card and some US dollars. They all want the same thing. There's no other reason that any one of them individually would actually cherish you. That's what they're sitting up and telling you. Now, here's the thing I want to point out to you, if I may. While they sit up and tell you this, that they're all the same, they also, while they will admit that some are older, some are younger, and that they speak different languages, they will still sit up and act like they're all racially the same. They're all white. I told you about this before. I think it was yesterday that I uploaded that, or the day before. And then what did I find out about an hour ago? Synthetic G uploaded something in the title, and I didn't even listen. The title of it was Filipina Becky something or other. Oh, Filipina Becky says that black men can only have the fat Filipinas. Now, she didn't say that only. I heard that video. She didn't say we were limited to it. What she said is that that's not an issue for us. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I might, if I didn't marry a second wife, I probably would marry a skinny lady this time, more so out of curiosity. But that's just me. I will also say this too, though. And that is that she called her a Becky, and that's what's most important. A Filipina Becky. Synthetic G is pretty much saying that every woman on the planet is either white or black, and that if she's not a Western black woman with an upped up attitude, a hyena, then you pretty much mentally got you a white woman anyway. And therefore, you are either physically or psychologically diluting the race. Because again, they don't want you to find that cooperative or submissive woman from northern Nigeria or from Ghana or Tanzania or Kenya outside of Nigeria. They don't want you to find that, because they still are going to sit up and tell you that while they may love her, they're going to tell you that you're wrong. And it's mainly because what they want you to do is feel like you deserve to be treated badly. And they also want you to feel that if a woman does not give you an attitude, she's not genuine. And that's what they want you to believe, so that you'll never go looking for that. That's a conspiracy, gentlemen. That's propaganda at a mass level, just like Massa's been doing at the government level. Now, if that makes him an enemy, even to many of his own people for doing that, this makes the Western black woman an enemy for doing this to you. So don't sit up here and say that because Edward took his mother to the hospital for cancer treatment, he's a son husband. Don't say that. He clarified that anyway, but don't say it, because that's not understanding the gynocracy. Understanding the gynocracy is when you start looking at your mother, grandmom, big sister, big female cousins, aunties, and you start questioning, what the what did they know about women that they did not tell me? That's when you do that. Understanding it is actually not even abandoning them. Understanding it is when you start to move in silence, researching other nations, getting your passport, and they don't know that you're getting it. Understand, gentlemen? That's when you start to move in silence, because you understand the gynocracy. You get the passport, you don't tell them. And then when you're getting ready to travel, you make it appear that you're doing so because of your job, or that you are not even traveling internationally. And you do not let them have access to where your passport is, and you do not rely on them for a ride to the airport on the day you're leaving if they're on that feminist stuff. Even if they just ratchet, don't let them know these things. That shows that you understand the gynocracy. I hope this helps, and thank you for listening, and I'm sorry that this went on almost into 16 minutes. As always, black heart, black mind, black out, assalamu alaikum, and black heterosexual non-select male power just because they don't like it, and black patriarchy until extinction of Judgment Day. Thank you again for choosing Jet Black Airways, where jet black is also a verb, and we hope you keep jetting black with us until the wings and the wheels fall off. Justice forever.